What's up, YouTube family? Welcome to my channel, Marky Mark Philippines Life. 22 days, guys. 22 days to lift off. I hope you all have been enjoying my journey so far. I remember vividly when I was at 144 days to lift off. Seemed like forever. And now it's right around the corner, guys. Less than 4 weeks away. I'm so excited. Going to an island that I've never been before, which is Mindanao. I hope to make my home in Dipolog City, which is the upper western part of Mindanao, but I'll actually be landing in Davao City. And I'll be spending a few days in Davao City. And guys, I tell you, here in North Carolina, a little small town in North Carolina, I'm just trying to plan everything out, making sure all my I's are dotted, all my T's are crossed. And like I said before, I'm just like you, man. I've watched hundreds, if not thousands of videos over the past several years. And seeing folks of all nationalities, different countries, white folks, black folks, Asian folks, Europeans, Africans, just all types of folks that had decided to make their home in Southeast Asia. And not everybody's the Philippines. Some of them go to, whatever, Indonesia. Some of them go to Thailand. Some of them go to Cambodia, Vietnam. But the very fact that I've been to the Philippines a few times already, not to Mindanao, I was in the northern part of the Philippines on Luzon. I knew right then, there was just something that when I got off that plane and when I walked down that ramp and the smell of Manila, it was the smell of Manila, the smell of the buses. For some reason, it's the smell. Even when I'm here in North Carolina, sometimes I'm out and about in certain places and I come across that exact same smell. And you guys might not believe me, but when I come across that same smell, it's like a peace comes over me. It almost tricks my mind into thinking that I'm back in the Philippines. The dogs barking, the chickens and the roosters doing their thing, and the hustle and bustle, the trikes, the motorbikes, the mopeds, the people talking and laughing, and the smell of the marketplaces and hearing people negotiating and telling prices, and the nighttime. I really remember the nighttime, especially when we had a little fiesta. I went to a little fiesta thing up in Santa Maria, Ilocos, and just the laughter of the people and folks. It was like a little carnival. That's what I'm trying to say. It was like a little carnival. We were trying to win prizes and so forth. And anytime I'm around anything like that similar here in my little area of North Carolina, I get those same feelings. And it's just like confirmation. It's just like confirmation to me that that's where I need to finish up the fourth quarter of my life. I need to finish it up in my happy place. I got my teeth. I got two teeth, two molars taken out right beside each other. My mouth is still sore. I can't eat something. I just finished eating some soup. But I got two molars taken out, and they took my blood pressure because I'm terrified of dentists, right? And they took my blood pressure. It was elevated. My systolic, diastolic, both elevated. And she says, "Mr. Jackson, your blood pressure is a little high." I said, "I know." I said, "I told you it was going to be high because I've got anxiety. I'm nervous. Me and dentists don't really get along that great." I said, "But if you would just check it in a few minutes, let me take myself to my happy place and just give me a few minutes and then check it again. And I guarantee you it'll be lower. Both the systolic and the diastolic will be points lower once I get to my happy place." And she kind of smiled. The assistant kind of smiled and she said, "Well, Mr. Jackson, what is your happy place?" And I said, "The Philippines." I said, "All I got to do is put myself on one of those beautiful beaches in the Philippines, sit there on the sand with one of the stray dogs next to me, thinking that I adopted him, right? Give him something to snack on and have my cup of coffee and overlooking the ocean with no worries about ESPN, CNN, Fox News, NBC, ABC, CBS, sports, any of that, Olympics, any of that stuff going on. I'm just looking over the ocean in total peace and serenity, and my blood pressure comes down. And I even told her, I said, hey, these blood pressure pills that you have me on right now, these Norvasc tablets I have to take once a day, once every morning, I guarantee you, after I finish that last refill, I will get that next refill and take it with me to the Philippines. But once I finish that, I'm not going to need it anymore because my blood pressure is naturally going to come down. Why? Because I'll be in my happy place. My blood pressure is going to come down. Even my diabetes, my severe neuropathy is going to get better with that warm climate. My diabetes, my blood sugar is going to come down. I guarantee you it's going to come down. Eating the better of the right type of foods and getting more walking in and just loving again, right? The whole thing, it's a culmination of everything. And she just kind of smiled. She goes, wow. She said, well, I wish you the best over there. Guys, figure out what your happy place is. It may not be the Philippines. It may be Vietnam. It may be Indonesia. I don't know. It may be Costa Rica. It may be Greece. It may be Ghana. I don't know where your happy place is. But don't deprive yourself. Guys, I was just like you, man. I watched so many videos. I watched so many videos. And it just kept building up that desire more and more and more. And I just knew whether I got a girlfriend over in the Philippines or not, my butt's going to retire in the Philippines. Whether my knees are hurting, whether my neuropathy is acting up, like right now, my lower back, because I have 10% scoliosis in my lower lumbar area. And for some reason, it triggered about 2 weeks ago, and I can't get rid of it. I think I need an adjustment or something. But even with my back bothering me, guys, I'm going to tell you something. I was out yesterday shopping. I was out yesterday opening up that second bank account that Geo on the Go recommended that we all have. It's 2 bank accounts. I was out there getting my backpack. I was out there getting my toiletries and things that I wanted to take with me to the Philippines. And am I going to get it perfectly right? Absolutely not. There's going to be things I'm going to forget, this or that. But those main things that I need to get done, I'm going to get them done. And I'm working on getting them done because I'm 22 days away from liftoff, guys. 22 days from lifting off in RDU, Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm excited. And I just want to inspire you, whoever's watching me, whether this is your first time watching me, Marky Mark, right? First time watching me here at this little town called Pembroke, North Carolina. Nothing special about me. I promise you, I was just like you. I would watch The Black Filipino. I would watch Filipina P. I would watch Geo on the Go. I would watch Mad Dog, right? I would watch, my mind just going blank. So many people. I watch Jogo Wonder now. I watch Sunshine Shoulders for years. I would watch all these guys and gals. And many more, Smart Girl Philippines and all that. I would watch all of them, the One Arm Wanderer. I mean, you can hear me naming them off, guys, because I would watch, and there's many more now. There's so much more now. But I'm going to be a personal experience vlogger. I saw that on somebody else's YouTube channel. They call themselves a personal experience vlogger. And I like that. I think I'm going to add that to my Facebook page. I'm a personal experience vlogger because I'm not necessarily going to be a food vlogger. I'm not necessarily going to be a island hopper vlogger or, anything like that. I'm not going to be like into one niche, right? I'm going to be a personal experience vlogger. You're going to be seeing me talk about my relationships, right? You're going to see me talk about the ocean front. You're going to see me talk about the food that I'm eating. You're going to see me talking about the people that I'm meeting, or maybe even interviewing a couple of people. And I'm just going to be Marky Mark, man. I'm going to be Marky Mark, even though I plan on living in Dipolog or either Davao, Dipolog first, Davao second. I'm not going to just stay there in that one spot, okay? I'm not going to just stay there in that one spot. I'm going to be all over the Philippines. I may even go back to Luzon and shoot up there towards Pampanga, or is Pampanga's in Luzon? I can't remember. Vegan City, San Esteban, Santa Maria, Local Sur, all up. You may see me all up in that area again. I don't know. I'm definitely going to be island hopping. I'm going to be going to Sycamore Island. I'm going to be going to what's the other one? Um, Sycamore. There's another one starts with an S. My mind just went blank. Put it in the comments. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's adjacent to Davao. It's adjacent to Davao. Um, it'll come to me in a second. I can't think of. Mine just went blank. But yeah, guys, uncut, unedited, just running my mouth. Ordinary guy, retired nurse of 25 years. Hung up my nursing stethoscope April 16th of 2019. Haven't done nursing since then. Not for pay, at least. I mean, I take care of my dad, give my dad a bath. My dad's a diabetic. I do all that, all that kind of stuff along with his wife. So I'm still caregiving. But, and that's another thing. There's going to be people in your life that are not going to want you to leave. They're going to be like, why? I mean, I hear it now. Why are you going all the way to the Philippines? Or they'll tell somebody else, well, Mark's not going to be here after March 8th. They say, well, why not? Says he's moving. They go, well, where's he moving? To the Philippines. Oh, is he going to there on vacation? They said, no, he's just moving there. And they're like, well, why is he moving to the Philippines? Must be some woman over there. Must be, they're going to come up with all things to try to so-called justify why you are leaving the great U.S. of A. They're going to like, why is he leaving? Why is she leaving the good old U.S. of A? I saw a great quote by somebody it was another YouTuber, can't think of his name now, but I did like and subscribe. Okay. Can't think of your name, sir, but I did like and subscribe. But he's been living in the Philippines now for 4 years. He's retired, living in the Philippines. He's not rich, just like me, not rich, just an ordinary guy. And he's been there for 4 years. And he said, this was the quote that he said. I even posted it on my FB page. But he said something similar to, he's not going to let the fear of the unknown, right, moving to the Philippines, okay? He's not going to let the fear of the unknown be greater than his fear of the inevitable, United States. Imagine that. That's a powerful statement. I'm not going to let the fear of the unknown be greater than my fear of the inevitable. What is the inevitable? The rat race. The rat race that we're all on. The hamster wheel that most of us, not all, some of y'all are wealthy, but most people in the United States, they're on the hamster wheel, man. They're in the rat race, knowing that when they hit 62 years old, they're not going to be able to retire. Knowing that they're still going to be broke, knowing at 62 years old that they're still going to be complaining, about the high cost of groceries. They're still going to be complaining about the rent going up. They're still going to be complaining about car payments. They're still going to be complaining about insurance. They're still going to be complaining about college education. They're still going to be complaining about the government, the politics. They're still going to be complaining about how life is just not fair. That's the inevitable. Our parents didn't get out of it. Our grandparents didn't get out of it. Our great-grandparents didn't get out of it. So what makes them think they're going to get out of the rat race? And when someone comes up with a solution of, hey, take this amount of money that you're going to get at 62 years old or at 65 years old, take this amount of money that you're going to get and move to Greece, move to Mexico, move to Johannesburg, move to Ghana, move to the Philippines, move to Indonesia, move to Thailand. And you don't have to move there on your first visit, guys. Go get boots on the ground, man. Go over there first and see if you are vibing with that country. And see what the exchange rate on the dollar is to the baht or to the peso or whatever, to the yen or whatever it is. You might be surprised that you can live a very comfortable, stress-free life without having to be part of the rat race and the hamster wheel here in the United States. Now, I'm not bashing the United States. I love the United States. It's given me crazy opportunities. I mean, I was just an average kid going to a public high school. Never made grades above a C, except for band and PE. Other than that, everything was D's and C minuses and some F's, right? It's nothing extraordinary about me. I got fortunate enough because of my hard work at a hospital that they gave me a scholarship to go to nursing school if I wanted to be a nurse. I laughed in their face. I said, it took me 3 years to pass biology. What makes you think I could be a nurse? And they said, because all the nurses here say that you're the best orderly in the hospital. You're the most intelligent. You're the fastest. You got the best people skills. Blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, I'll try it. And it took me 3 years, 3 full years to get accepted to a nursing school. And then when I was in nursing school, guys, it was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. But I passed my nursing boards the first go round. Guys, let me tell you something. This is what I've learned in my 60, soon to be, on March the 8th, I'll be 63 years old. This is what I've learned in my almost 63 years of life. That it's not necessarily the smartest man in the room. It's not necessarily the guy that jumps the highest. It's not necessarily the guy that shoots the best. A lot of times it's the guy that's the most determined. It's the guy that wants it the most. And that's the way I've always been. I've always been the guy that wanted it the most. And you may be that way too, guys. You watching me right now, you may be feeling like they say, you feel me? You feel me? You may be feeling me the exact same way. You may be feeling the exact same way that this little black dude from North Carolina is feeling right now. That you're so determined to get off of that rat wheel, to get out the rat race, get off that hamster wheel. And you're determined. However, you don't have to be 62, by the way. You can be 42. You can be 32. But if you're in a position and you really, really want it to live a higher quality of life, if you really want to be happy, and I know a lot of happiness really comes from inside too, but there is such thing as a happy place. Trust me, at the exact feeling that I have right now, if I was standing in the Philippines right now, I'd be 100 times happier. With this exact same feeling, my heart rate would be slower. My smile would be bigger because I would be in my happy place. So guys, I'm 22 days away from liftoff. And one day you're going to be able to say the same thing, man. One day you're going to be able to say, I remember Marky Mark on that video. I remember Marky Mark saying that he was 100 something days away from liftoff. And then I remember him saying he was 22 days from liftoff. And then I remember him saying he was 15 days from liftoff. And then I remember him counting down 5 days from liftoff. And then I remember seeing a video of him on the airplane, eating dinner on the airplane, doing a video, a YouTube video, talking about how he's floating over the Pacific Ocean right now, and he's about 12 hours away from Manila. You guys are going to be seeing that video real soon. Where I'm about 12 hours away from Manila, where I'm about 2 hours away from Manila, where I'm at the Manila airport. I'm getting off the plane. I'm at the Manila airport. You guys are going to see it, guys. 22 days away from liftoff. You're going to see me when I go into my hotel room in Davao City. Just wait. Just wait. And the whole time that you see this, I want you to be thinking, I want you to be thinking what my good friend, it's another friend of mine named Mark. I won't say his last name, but I want you to be thinking what my good friend Mark, I was chatting with him a few weeks ago, and I was talking about how I'm getting a little jealous seeing all his videos of him over in Siquijor Island, Philippines, and this place and that place, and seeing other YouTubers and this place and that place. And I can't wait to get over there. I'm 100 days away. I'm 80 days away. I can't wait to get over there. And Mark said something to me that I'm never going to forget. He said, because when I was telling him I'm getting closer to flying over there. And what he said was, don't worry, soon it will be your turn. He said, it's almost your turn. And I thought about that. And it made me feel so good. Soon, guys, in 22 days, it's my turn. You're going to be able to say the same thing. I want this to be an inspiration. This is not to brag or anything, but I want this to be an inspiration to you. I got a little bit more shopping to do on Monday. After I do my shopping on Monday, I have everything that I really need to go over there with. I only have a backpack and one check bag. That's all I got. A backpack and one check bag. I'll get the rest when I'm over there. Soon it will be my turn. And soon it will be your turn, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Marky Mark. Like and subscribe only if you want to. But I hope you enjoy this journey from North Carolina to Davao City to DePaul City and beyond, guys. It's going to be fun. And as always, close with, stay safe, keep your head on a swivel, and don't trust anybody 100%.